Okay, so today we're going to talk about setting up the Magento 1.0 web store piece for Lizzy to have them talk to each other via interface. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to Settings and then down to Web Store. Choose Setup Web Store Interface. Now in this list, there's a good chance you're already going to have Magento in the list by default. If not, you can create one here. So you would go to an empty place, so type in a name, we're going to call it Magento. In the pull down list, choose Magento from that list, click the plus button to save it. Now, Magento is in the list. So to edit it, you basically select it, enable your options, save that. And then now that that's saved, you select it again. And if you scroll down, this is where you would put in your logo file. If you have an image that you want to use on your invoices, you can input that here. The next thing you'll do is if you have a web store URL already, you would type that here. We'll say, just for giggles, we'll say mywebstore.com. Prefix length. Basically, this is for parts. Let's say you have a part, like for instance, a Parts Unlimited part that may have a prefix of PU on the website, and you want to make sure that Lizzy just strips that out when you do the import, and so just looks at the part numbers. Then you can just put in the number of characters. So if you know that PU is 2 letters, then that means 2 places. So you would just put a 2 in here. For delimiter, most part numbers usually have a hyphen that separates them, so we'll put that in as well. That basically just lets the system know that there's to expect a hyphen in the part number. The username, this can be whatever it is you're going to set up on the Magento side. Magento has a commercial, a community and an enterprise version. This setup is for the community version. Over there, I know that you will set up a username and password. The name they use for password is key or API key, so that will be the same here. So your username would be whatever your username would be over at Magento. And this would be the password, which is what they call the key. We suggest that you make this long and complex, at least 10 characters. So I'm just going to put something in here. And then we'll hit save to save this. Okay, so now that's been saved. One thing that I recommend you do is that you select this after you've saved it, scroll down, and then go ahead and do a copy and paste with your mouse. And what this will do is it'll allow you, when you go over to the Magento website, to set up this information on their page, on your web store page. You won't mistype that key. You'll just be able to paste it right into the field and not have to worry about mistyping it. But once you've done that and you've assigned the roles and permissions on the Magento side, then Lizzy and Magento are then set up to talk to each other. To take advantage of that, you just then go up to the invoicing, and then under General Invoices, choose Web Store Orders. And then when you get to this screen, to be able to import your Magento orders, you would go to the Import Orders For drop-down list, select it, and then choose the Magento. This is the one that you created earlier, or the one that you edited that was already there. And at this point, what would happen is Lizzy will go out to Magento, and using your username and password and your URL for your web store, it will pull the orders out of Magento and place them in this screen. You would then be able to approve them, delete them. You can see order details from here, and at that point the order is in Lizzy and you can proceed as you normally would.